You hear the word veteran, and maybe you picture strength and discipline. And you're right, but there's something we don't talk about enough. What happens after the battlefield? When the uniforms are folded and the medals are tucked away, and the world moves on. For many of our veterans, the war doesn't end overseas. It follows them home. Every day we lose an estimated 22 veterans by unaliving themselves. That number isn't just a statistic. It's a son. It's a daughter. It's a best friend. A hero who felt forgotten. This isn't just a veteran issue. It's a human issue. Because no one who has risked their lives for our country should feel abandoned when they come home. We owe them more than parades and thank yous. We owe them care. We owe them presence. We owe them a promise that they are not alone. Hi, everybody. My name is Ken. I'm the Empty Pan. It has been my honor and a privilege to be chosen to be the next recipient of the Share the Love package created by Dave, aka Lord Shadow, to honor Green Star families. As a kid, I remember the stories of the 5 Sullivan boys and the 5 gold star flag that the Sullivan mother hung in her window as she lost all 5 of her sons. As I deployed to Afghanistan, my mother hung a blue star flag in her window. I knew what both of these had meant, but it wasn't until I watched Gail's, aka Archaeology and Gold's video about the Share the Love program that I had even heard about Green Star flag families. A Green Star family is a family dealing with the loss of a veteran by unaliving themselves. I'm not going to say the word because I'm not going to dignify it and give it power, but it happens. And it happens far too often. So to raise awareness about it, Lord Shadow created the Share the Love package. It's a paydirt being passed around the gold and prospecting paydirt community. Lord Shadow started it. He sent it on. People added stuff to it. They sent it on. More people added stuff to it. And Ozark Buck was the last recipient, and he decided to send it to me. Now, I really, honestly thank Ozark Buck for sending it to me because he took a huge risk. I've only been in the community since January. I've been around YouTube, but I wasn't in the community. He took a huge risk sending it to me. I'd like to tell you a story about me before we move ahead. Back in 2009, I had lost my job and my roommates moved out of my house and I was going to lose my house. And I had no options. I saw a news article that the Army had raised the age to enlist in the Army. So I went and talked to a recruiter that day. So at the age of 41, I enlisted in the U.S. Army. At 42, I graduated basic training, and I turned 44 in a small combat outpost in Afghanistan. I exited the Army when I was 45 years old. At the time, I was the world's oldest private, and that is an honor for me. It was a great accomplishment and achievement, and not many people have done it. Other than that, I probably shouldn't even been chosen for the Share the Love package, but since I have been chosen, I plan on achieving the objective. Raise as much awareness about Green Star families as totally possible. Mission accepted. All right, I have gone through the Share the Love package, and there is quite a lot of stuff in here, and it took me quite a while to go through it too. I only separated it up into plus 20 and minus 20, and these are the nuggets that were in the plus 20. There were 3 nice big nuggets in the plus 20. So that'll go back in the plus 20. Knock any dust off of there or anything. But yeah, this is the card that came with it. It first started with Lord Shadow. Now, if you are not subscribed to Lord Shadow, go over to Lord Shadow's page and subscribe. He has a mine in Montana, and he helps disabled veterans by, you know, letting them mine his claim. So what he does is, if you're ambulatory, meaning you can walk, he charges you 5 buckets of dirt. What that means is you go up to the mine, you get 5 buckets of dirt, and you bring it back for a veteran who is non-ambulatory. How cool is that? I would work all day for free, Dave. If I could get there, if I could take the time off, I would work all day for free for veterans. What a fantastic idea, and you're my hero, Lord Shadow. All right. Then it went to Gentleman Prospector, and he says he added some gold to it. After it went from Gentleman Prospector, he added gold to it. Archaeology and gold. Gale added some things to it. Then it went to A3 Sky Warrior, Rich. Rich added stuff to it. Then it went to Mandy's Candy. Mandy's Candy added stuff to it. Then it went to Ozark Buck. And Ozark Buck, I want to thank you personally. You are such a cool dude. I can't believe that you gave me this opportunity to do this. And you're just my hero, Brad. Thank you so much. I'm going to move that out of the way so we can go through the stuff. The first thing that we come across is, I'm going to put my thumb over his address, is the instructions. And it says, I've used this paintbrush to paint paintings for 2 sitting U.S. presidents. Signed my name on my painting, The Green Horse, that is in the Smithsonian Art Gallery, and painted for a legendary rock star with it. This brush was pulled from my personal memorabilia and collection. When I get this brush back, I will paint one last painting with it. That painting and brush will be sent along with everything else in this bag to the winter. Please return it, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to show his address. No later than January 15th, 2026, so that it can be given out for Valentine's Day. Lord Shadow. He signed it, he dated it, and he drew a little map. There should be an X right there where the empty pan can go prospect for some gold. I'm just kidding. But those are the instructions. Then the next thing that happens is this package contains wild gold caught in the deep mountains of Montana, where the tall trees grow and the rivers run cold. Warning, the contents of this... I'm holding this paintbrush. The contents of this package may create the urge to grow a beard and move to the mountains. We are not responsible for this or any other behavior. I'm already in the mountains, and I am growing a beard for Gail because she said she couldn't do it. All right, where do I start? Okay, like I said, this is the plus 20. This is the minus 20. Let me explain first. Everybody is going to interpret this in their own way. What somebody might see it as, somebody else might see it as something different. The way I see this is to benefit the veterans, disabled veterans, Green Star family veterans. So, my mission is not to outdo anybody. I'm not trying to compete with anybody. This is just something that, I'm deeply affected by, and something I'm passionate about. I care about veterans so much. All right. We have the Operation 4 Paws stickers, which are cool. I would love to take one of those. We have A3 Sky Warriors stickers, which are cool. He signed them, which is cool. Ozark Buck stickers, which are fantastic. I already have Ozark Buck sticker, but I would take one of those if I could. Rich painted these. Dave painted these. Coins were added along the way. This is the copper that I pulled out. That one piece looks crystalline. That is a really cool piece. This was all the silver, and the gems, I'm not sure if they're aquamarine or peridot. There's some garnets in there. There's that silver 1 gram bar. These are the stickers that were in there. This is one of Trouble One's spoon. And it's good Trouble One's in there. This is Rich's bee. These are Mandy's marbles. This is Ozark Buck's nugget, which is, I can't believe that he would throw that in there. Amazing man. Oh yeah, I'm not going to pan this out. You know why I'm not going to pan it out? Because like I said, everybody interprets everything separately. Ozark Buck panned this out. You want to see how much gold is in here? Go watch Ozark Buck's video about Share the Love. Okay? Gail added these. These are ancient Roman coins. That one has a horse on it, or a deer, I think she said. I think it was a horse. And then a portrait of my grandfather. And then this is Roman pottery from a cup that a Roman soldier in the United Kingdom would have drank or ate out of. Amazing. Wrench's poker chip, Mandy's magnet. This is that piece of agate. Moss agate, I think he called it. Very cool. Very cool. Challenge coins in there. With the Gadsden flag. Don't tread on me. Very cool. Big old piece of pyrite on there. And then the ring, it somehow got wedged on that piece of metal during shipping. So I'm just going to leave it on that piece of metal. Maybe it wanted to be married. I did not do that. That is the way I found it. So that's cool. Yeah, this is the one that he said he wanted to crush up because there's gold. Yeah, there is. There's gold ore right there. Yeah, wow. Oh, wow. Ozark Buck added these. These are really cool. There was a piece of metal in here. I wasn't sure about it. It looked like it was like a plasma cut torch. Not sure. These are all the crystals I got out of it. Amethyst. There's a piece of citrine right there. Another piece of citrine. Mandy's Candies bag. And of course, the butterflies that Dave painted with this paintbrush. So, and then I said copper. All the coins. This one's a steel penny. It's a penny. It's a wheatback penny, but it was made during the Civil War. I mean, it was made during World War II when they needed all the copper they could for projectiles. So they made pennies out of steel. And then there's a culvert nickel in there. Just amazing stuff. Just amazing stuff. Contemplating. As I said before, everybody is going to interpret this in their own way. And I think this is an amazing program that Dave has started. It makes me think that I have not done enough for my fellow veterans. But yeah, what an amazing program. What an amazing program. That is a cool rock. I don't know what that is, but that's cool. So, yeah. That's going to do it for part 1 of my Share the Love. I'm actually getting emotional right now because my eyes are welling up and my throat is closing up because the love that this community has for our veterans is phenomenal. And I just wanted to say thank you personally. That is going to wrap it up for this video. I'm going to put all of this back in there, and then I am going to show you what I'm going to add to it. And I've got a tough decision ahead of me. I've only got 300 some subscribers, and my message isn't going to hit as many people as I would like it to. So I have a tough decision of who I'm going to send this to. So I will be back with part 2 of what I'm going to add to the Share the Love program. And then I'm going to decide and disclose who I am shipping it off to next. I want to thank you all for watching. This is an amazing program. Go over to everybody on this card. Go over to Lord Shadow. Go over to Gentleman Prospector. Go over to Archaeology and Gold. A3 Sky Warrior. Mandy's Candy. Ozark Bucks. Go over and to subscribe to every one of these channels if you haven't already. And then tell them that the Empty Pan sent you. All right? So cool. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I will catch you back in part 2.